Well, Felix, Festus, and Agrippa. This story really divides that way. If you'll just remember those three names, Felix, Festus, and King Agrippa. And if you'll just keep that in mind, then it's easier for me to teach you each one of those. Now, the most difficult part of this, which is not very difficult at all, is the King Agrippa part. So let's just deal with that first. That just has a simple hand motion, but follow along with me. Watch me do it first, and then I want to have you do it. It's out, in, up, two hands down, and around, and your fist together. Okay? Do that part with me. Out, in, up, two hands down, around, and your fist together. Then to the side, in, out, around, two fists together. That part is what? Out, or to the side, in, out, around, two fists together. Now let's put both of those together. Out, in, up, two hands down, around, two fists together. It's the side, in, out, around, two fists together. Now let's put words to those. We have King Agrippa. I persecuted the followers of Jesus. Or let's just put King Agrippa, I persecuted. I am Jesus. Jews, Gentiles. I've been true to this calling. Everywhere I go, I proclaim Jesus as Messiah. People should repent. Now let's go through that together. Okay? King Agrippa. I persecuted. I am Jesus. Jew, Gentile, I've been true. Jesus is a Messiah. Repent. Let's just do that one more time. And then you need to practice this part right here. This is the most difficult. Everything else is fairly simple. We have King Agrippa. I persecuted. I am Jesus. Jews, Gentiles. I've been true to this calling. I proclaim Jesus as Messiah. Repent. That's the sign for repent. And then Festus says, you're mad, or you're crazy. I'm not crazy. Do you believe? Everyone like me, except for these chains. Now there's a lot more to the story, but I think you can fill in what I'm leaving out. I'm just giving you the kind of the outline for it. So we have Festus saying, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. Do you believe? Everyone in this room except for the chains. Now let's go through the whole part about King Agrippa. We have, what is it? King Agrippa. I persecuted. I am Jesus. Jews, Gentiles. Remember, he says you are to witness of me to Jews and Gentiles. I've been true to this calling. And wherever I go, I proclaim Jesus as Messiah. And they should repent. You're crazy. I'm not crazy. Do you believe? Everyone like me, except for the chains. Practice that part. Actually, turn off the film and go through that several times until you get that down. If you just get to that, you will have this portion, and this is half of the story. Now, let's go back. If you can imagine a piece of paper, and we draw a line right straight down the middle, and then here we draw a line across halfway this way, but not this way. So down the middle, and then across this way. Then we have Then we have Felix, Festus, Agrippa. Let me turn this piece of paper around for you now, okay? We have the line drawn down the middle and a line coming across this way. 1/4 of the story is Felix, 1/4 is Festus, and half the story is about Agrippa. So you can see if we got the Agrippa part down, you really have at least half the story. The first part is about Felix. And you have 3 groups of people here. You have the high priest and his crowd, Felix, and Paul. So the high priests are saying he's a disease. Paul is a disease. Paul says, I'm innocent. Felix wants money and he trembles. That's all there is to the first part. First part is a high priest disease. Now, if you need more of a storyboard, he talks about causes riots, and now he has desecrated our temple. But this is probably enough. He is a disease. Paul says, I am innocent of this. Felix wants money, and he trembles. Now, as far as Festus is concerned, we have that direction to the middle, in that direction. He wants to make the Jews happy. Will you go stand trial in Jerusalem? He says, I appeal to Caesar. To Caesar you'll go. Okay? Let's do it again. He wants to make the Jews happy. Will you go to Jerusalem? I appeal to Caesar. To Caesar you'll go. And then we go into Agrippa, I used to persecute. I am Jesus. Jews, Gentiles, I've been true. Claiming Jesus Messiah, everyone is to repent. You're crazy. I'm not crazy. Do you believe? Everyone in the room except for these chains. Learn that and then go through the story and do those hand gestures as I tell you the story again. And then you'll be amazed how then you'll be able to tell these stories. You don't necessarily use these hand gestures when you are telling the story. I have one more tip for you. As you go through these hand gestures now, I recommend that you stand up. Stand up and do these hand gestures rather than sitting. Be surprised. Actually, it's easier to learn things if you're standing. So try that out. Well, the Lord bless you as you continue to go through and learn these stories.